The only commitment that you have is the commitment in which you can follow through consistently. And you don't have to be balls to the wall till 3 in the morning unless you want to change your life. Like if you want to change your life and change your kid's life, it's not going to be easy. You're going to have to be willing to invest, and you're going to have to see that as a priority of what is the bigger picture. But most of us, we don't get brought up with a lot of vision of what our actions can mean to our legacy long term. All we can do is see what's in front of us. Does that make sense? We can't see the forest for the trees. Like all we can do is see a week out or a month out or month to month. If we're real strong, we can see a year out. So our actions and the decisions we make on the actions that we take every day, we're making decisions and committing to the decisions that only affect us next month or 6 months, or that are low priorities, but because of our ego, we make them a high priority, right? Or our insecurities. But like millionaires and billionaires, they make decisions, right, that are decades out, because what you can accomplish in the next 10 years will blow you away. But the only way you can accomplish it, unless you get lucky, is whatever you're willing to have consistent, inspired action to. If you want a full-time income, you have to be committed to going all out, all in. Even if you start off part-time. If you want to change your life and live a legacy, you have to be obsessed. There's no way you can accomplish professional athlete type of income or CEO type, I'm saying long term, without being obsessed. People don't want to hear that. Like, I would rather hit somebody between the eyes and blow them out. I'll give you a prime example. Nick Saban.
Okay.
Nick Saban, I heard him speak, and he was talking about in the summer, what do they call that? The camps that they do? Summer camp, combines. He said, we literally try to break our players, like break them. Like we work them out in 100-degree heat and weather, and people are like, why are you doing that? I mean, to the point where they've been criticized that it's unhealthy, right? He said, because we got to put them in an environment to where they're the most uncomfortable we can for the longest we can to see what their breaking point is. I try to break every one of my players. He said, the reason why is if we're in a championship game, I have to know what I can count on, what their real commitment level is. But my point is that if you don't know what you want out of something, I promise you're going to hit it.
Yeah.
You're going aimlessly. So, whatever it is, like if kids are your heart and your kids are your heart and your loved ones, like, I mean, have you ever thought about what you're leaving them? Not just money-wise, but like, this was, 4 years ago, I had a guy say, what do you think the most important thing to leave your son is? And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm good with words. And I was like, I'll come up with something. And I said something, about being loved. He goes, no, that's not it. And I was gonna I was gonna get defensive. He goes, no, showing your son love isn't the most important thing to do for him. He said, showing your son how to fend for himself in the world, that's more important than even showing him love. And that's true. That's true. And I think part of that is setting an example. And so I wanted to plant that seed with y'all because it doesn't matter what's possible. What matters is what you're willing to invest to get what's possible. And that's it. And I'll meet you at your needs. Like, I've always said this, and you as a leader, as you're developing other people, it's so important for you to truly understand. You can't just hear people. You got to watch their actions. But it doesn't matter what I see in her, and it doesn't matter what she can accomplish. What matters is what she wants and what she's willing to invest in herself and her family to get it. So I think that's really important. And there's so many ancillary benefits. We've talked a lot about money. I think what's really, really important though, I think richness has nothing to do with dollars. I think there's an intangible and tangible. I think what's really, really important though is that 90% of the people, they're not in it to get rich or make millions of dollars. But they want to be a part of something great. And so you'll get out of something what you put into it.